My name is Lona James Elia, and I'm a member of SuWEP since its inception. When SuWEP started, actually, I was a member of Southern Sudan Women Association in Nairobi. I was the secretary in 1998 through to 2000. We had a lot of objectives and a lot of activities in terms of ensuring that women voices are reflected during the negotiation and throughout the peace processes. And as we were engaged with the teams, the different teams, particularly the IGAD team, we had a lot of hurdles and a lot of difficulties, simply because the Southern Sudanese society is a male-dominated society where they view women as object of sexual gratification, and also as people who are confined to the kitchen and to the role of production and reproductive work. However, since SUAN was established by the Sudanese women who felt that regardless of our political affiliation, we could come together and sit down and begin to look at our issues as women, regardless of where we come from. And we also thought that to actually reinforce and consolidate the whole process, we also need to extend it to our sisters in Nuba Mountains, in the Blue Niles, and also in the north. Because we believe that whatever is happening in the south for the women is the same thing that is happening in the woman in the north, in the woman in the east, and in the woman for the woman in the west. So it has been very challenging, and yet very informative in terms of allowing us as Southern Sudanese women who had no opportunity to dialogue or even to negotiate, and to be able to present our voices and begin to address our issues of what we think represent our voices and what we think represent us as members of our families, as members of our community, and indeed as members of Sudan, as part of the Sudanese community. Therefore, there was this time round when Kofi Annan had a mission to Nairobi, to Kenya, and the women felt that they should at least find ways and means to be able to go and meet him. So what we did as a strategy is to, make a coffin box, a small coffin box, and we bought a material and actually carried it. And that coffin box signifies the children that we bore, and they were killed in the France, and our husbands that marry us and left us with children to bring up when they are actually in front fighting, the children of the innocent people who are kidnapped and abducted in the process of war, both in the south, in the west, and in the east, because it is the woman who actually bear the child for the 9 months. So we put on our clothes, of course, and then we went to the UN, which was actually difficult for them to allow us to go in. But we started singing, and we started crying, and we started telling them that we just want one person to go and meet with Kofi Annan. And of course, we put our coffin down and begin to wail and to cry. And we cry because we bear these children for 9 months, and then we bring them up. When they become men, they marry, and then they go to war and they die. And we are left as women, as if we are barren, but yet we have given birth. The same with our husbands. They marry us, we have children with them, they go to fight, and they leave us to suffer with the kids, to bring them up and socialize them in their absence. So 2 days after that event, a plane crashed in Malakal, and that plane took quite many people, and including one of the big personnel in the military, the late Hashim Shadin, who died in that plane. And as a human being, actually, though we of course felt very happy because we thought God had heard our prayers, but we also believe that there is a woman somewhere who has given birth to this guy. And that as we also rejoice, but we also mourn because she's one of us. And those are the stories that we would like to share. Those are the stories that gave us hope even when we are hopeless. And it gave us encouragement even when we are discouraged, and it has given us an energy to move one step ahead even when we almost went back 10 steps. Thank you. I hope this story will be a story that will give you some hope as it has given us hope. Thank you.